Recently, we took a look at 40 ways to say thank you in English, and now we're gonna take a look at 40 ways to say I'm sorry. Yes, there are many ways that native English speakers can express feeling sorry. And you can use these phrases too to sound more confident and fluent when you speak English, more natural. It's good to have a wide array of different phrases that you can use. So if this is your first time here, hello, welcome to Go Natural English. I'm Gabby, your American English teacher, founder of GoNaturalEnglish.com. Now, to say you're sorry, there are many different situations where we might want to express feeling sorry. It could be something small, like you're late for a meeting, or it could be a big mistake, like you completely forgot something important that you had to do at work. So I'll explain when to use these different phrases, which ones are for smaller things and which ones might be for bigger things. Of course, you can say, I'm sorry, I am sorry, or sorry, I apologize. Now, generally, the shorter the phrase, the more casual it is, and the smaller the thing you're apologizing for is. So far, you can use these for smaller situations. Now, if you say, please forgive me, this would be a really big deal. Like you really made a big mistake. So if you say, please forgive me, this is serious. If you use a more intense phrase like, please forgive me for a small mistake, it can seem insincere, like you don't really mean it. So just be careful with that. You don't want to sound sarcastic, like you're trying to make a joke, unless you are making a joke. Okay, let's continue. Pardon me. This one you can use if you just kind of walked into someone, like, sorry, oops, pardon me, sorry I stepped on your toe. Or if you want to ask someone a question, like, excuse me, can I ask you a question? Pardon me, can I ask you a question? I beg your pardon, I beg your pardon. So this we can use in two different ways. I beg your pardon is generally used to ask, what did you say? Please repeat what you said. I didn't understand you. But you could also use it to say sorry, but that's not as common. Excuse me, sorry about that, my apologies. I'm sorry for any inconvenience I may have caused. This is a good one for professional situations, in an email or in a meeting or a more formal situation. This one is not for use between friends or for something small. Again, I'm sorry for any inconvenience this or I may have caused. I'm sorry if I caused any problems. I'm sorry if I caused any trouble. I'm sorry if I caused any issues. You could replace this word with a number of different options. I'm sorry if I caused any delays, or I'm sorry to have caused you any trouble. I'm sorry to have caused you any issues. I'm sorry to have caused you any problems or delays, so on and so forth. Please accept my apologies, my sincere apologies. I feel terrible about what happened. This is a phrase you may add on to I'm sorry. So you can also put some of these phrases together. I'm sorry, I feel terrible about what happened. I'll never let it happen again. I'm sorry for my mistake. I'm sorry for my oversight. I'm sorry for my lateness. I'm sorry for my thoughtlessness, or whatever it may be. I'm sorry for not being more careful. I'm sorry for not paying attention. I'm sorry for arriving late. I'm sorry for delaying the start. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for me a long time. I'm sorry for not realizing sooner, for example, a mistake. I'm sorry for not paying attention. I'm sorry for not noticing. I'm sorry for not following through. I'm sorry for not keeping my promise. So whatever it is you're sorry for, you could be specific about that. I'm sorry for not meeting your expectations. I'm sorry for not meeting your standards. Or I'm sorry for not living up to your standards. I'm sorry for not doing a better job. I'm sorry for not being responsible. I'm sorry for letting you down. I'm sorry for not being more considerate. I'm sorry for not being more thoughtful. I'm sorry for not being more helpful. I'm sorry for not being supportive or more supportive. I'm sorry for not being understanding or more understanding. I'm sorry for not being empathetic. I'm sorry for not being patient. I'm sorry for not being understanding. I'm sorry for not being accommodating. Well, you have many options here for apologizing. Apologies can be powerful when used appropriately. Remember to keep your apology short and sweet if it is a small thing that you're apologizing for, and only use these longer apologies if it's truly something that is a big deal. Then you can use several phrases together, a longer phrase, or specifically apologize for the thing that didn't go as it should have gone. Let me know if you have any questions about making apologies in English. That's it from me, Gabby from GoNaturalEnglish.com, where you can find hundreds of free lessons on the blog and my complete premium English course where you can get corrections and feedback to become fluent faster at GoNaturalEnglish.com. I'll see you there. Bye for now.